Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, May 16, 2024. A directive has been given for an immediate reassessment of the security risk at all schools. Prime Minister Andrew Holness gave the charge to the Ministries of National Security and Education and Youth. He says this is to identify schools that are at risk and determine how to direct resources to those institutions.
We have already started to increase the number of case managers that would be available for community intervention and school interventions through the Ministry of National Security. We're going to increase the number of school resource officers, and the school resource officer program has been very effective, but from time to time, depending on the intensity of implementation, sometimes schools get resource officers and sometimes they don't.
While the reassessment is taking place, Prime Minister Holness has instructed that school administrators conduct searches to ensure weapons are not making it onto the learning institutions.
But immediately, we have discussed with the Ministry of National Security and the Ministry of Education that all schools must review their entry policy, they must review their search policy, and in particular, they must now seek to put in place measures to detect and seize weapons in schools, particularly knives and other implements that can be used to cause damage.
Mr. Holness says the increasing violence being witnessed in schools since the return of face-to-face classes after the pandemic is a social problem that cannot be addressed solely from a security response. The Prime Minister says the government will be implementing social intervention initiatives to address bullying and the recruitment of children into gangs. The National Parenting Support Commission is also expected to increase its engagement with parents to ensure their children are better able to deal with conflict and are given the tools required for peaceful resolution. Jamaica has no reported cases of life-threatening blood clots associated with the AstraZeneca vaccine. That assurance was given by the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, during yesterday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House.
Vaccine was known to come with side effects in a very small percentage of times, and that those side effects will be most noted within 3 months of taking the vaccine. And I'm looking here on the report that there are no reports to date of any cases in Jamaica of persons, Jamaicans, suffering that side effect, that rare side effect involving the AstraZeneca.
Concerns have been raised recently about AstraZeneca after the manufacturer admitted in court that its vaccine can, in rare cases, lead to blood clots and other side effects. The drug was among several vaccines administered across the island during the COVID-19 pandemic. Adding to Minister Tufton's response, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa Mackenzie reveals that the government has not been offering AstraZeneca vaccines since July 2022, when the last doses in stock expired.
So some persons are wondering, if I had received AstraZeneca then in 2021 and early 2022, am I still going to have this possibility of these side effects? And the answer is no. The likelihood of developing those side effects, 3 days to 3 months. And as I said, the ministry still continues to collect information on persons who think they may have suffered side effects, and we investigate them to see if they are in fact related to the vaccine.
The electronic health record system is on track to be fully operational at the Spanish Town Hospital by the end of this month. This transition is expected to improve patient care coordination, enhance data accuracy, and facilitate better decision-making by healthcare providers. Spanish Town Hospital is now the third facility to implement this advanced technology as part of government's health system strengthening program.
We have completed the design and costings for approximately 8 out of our 13 facilities, and we are now in the process of procurement for an additional 3 facilities. We anticipate that by the end of September, we should have groundbreaking for 3 facilities in St. Catherine. So overall, we may have started slow with this program, but we are picking up pace.
The program manager for the Health System Strengthening Program gave that update during a recent JIS think tank session. Jamaica has now projectized the legislative process in the public sector to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of announcing and implementing laws. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahou Fort made that declaration at the recently concluded biennial conference of the Commonwealth Association of Legislative Council. It was held at the Ocean Eden Bay Hotel in Trelawney on Monday. The minister says all law reform proposals have been projectized with strict adherence to established and proven project management principles. It means each piece of legislation to be amended or developed is now treated as a project and is managed in keeping with the 5 project management phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. This process allows for greater accountability, transparency, and coordination among stakeholders. State Minister of Finance and the Public Service Xavier Main says the Jamaica Customs Agency is continuing its thrust towards modernization by investing heavily in the expansion of its digital ecosystem to provide quality service. He was speaking at the 26th Regional Conference of Customs Directors General, held from May 13 to 15 in Montego Bay.
Among these initiatives is the development of a new mobile application, JIS Customs Connect, as well as the implementation of its contactless clearance system to enhance the end-user experience of customs stakeholders with the entity.
He says updated legislation is critical to the modernization of the practices and procedures guiding the customs agency.
Jamaica's new customs bill has already been tabled in Parliament, and its accompanying regulations will further enhance customs reform and support the delivery of services at the Jamaica Customs Agency.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.